The subject of this video is park brake / emergency brakes for vehicles. And there's two main kinds of park brakes. Ones that are electric, where an electrical motor makes the brakes work when you push a button or pull a lever, and manual ones where there is a cable connected to a thing that you pull or push with your hand or foot that pulls on the brakes to set the brake. I've used both kinds, and I say cars should not have electrically operated emergency / park brakes because they don't work in every possible emergency. Emergency brakes should work. I should make a hashtag about that. Hashtag eBrakes should work, because emergency brakes should work in a majority of situations. Now, let's zoom in and look at this diagram I made. If the situation is parking with no malfunctions, both brakes work well for that. And I wrote it in cursive and I wrote it in, printed it. Now, what if your battery is dead and you're trying to park? And you already cut the motor off, so you're not getting any electricity from your alternator. Parking with a dead battery, the electrical e-brakes, parking brakes, are not going to work in that situation. But the manual ones, because your arm, your muscles in your arm, or the muscles in your leg are the energy that moves the brake, you will still be able to use the brake in that situation. Now, if the reason you need to use the emergency brake is you are moving and your brake system is leaking brake fluid, all brake systems for automobiles are hydraulic. There's tubing with liquid between your foot and the brakes, and the part you push is connected to another part that pushes the liquid in the tubing, which then pushes the brakes. They both work for that. So I'm not saying that the e-brakes, the electrical brakes, are completely worthless and never work. But they work less often, because if your emergency is an electrical failure, you have no electricity coming from the motor, the alternator, or the battery, you will not be able to use your electric brake. Hopefully, if that happens to you, you won't have a leak in the brake fluid at the same time, and you'll still be able to use the normal brakes. Although probably without help from the car, because most cars have power braking now, where the machines that are built into the car help to push the brakes for you, so you don't need to push as hard. Hopefully, if you're in that situation where you lose all electrical function in your vehicle and you have the electrical brakes, hopefully you don't have a leak at the same time and your normal brake. I can't think of a situation where the electric would work and the manual would not. I know with ice storms you need to worry about ice getting in the brakes and keeping them in place, but that would be every kind of brake system. I'm sure if there's an ice storm, the ice could get into the parts of the electrically operated brakes. So, thank you for hearing me out on this. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe we can, if you agree with me, give a thumbs up. Encourage other people to watch this. Put links to this in emails, in X posts, in Gab posts. And let's get these electrically controlled brakes shut down. They are becoming much more common now. There's some companies, it looks like from their websites, that don't do any manual operated emergency brakes and have gone full electric on their emergency brakes. And maybe we can reverse that situation if this video goes viral. Thank you for watching. You have a good day.